Uh, all these things we have done. We need to do about nutrition in plants also we have done. And okay, anyone has any doubt? Is there any doubt with anyone? So this one is the diagram which you should remember. This diagram is known as the section of a leaf. This is the TS of a leaf. This is cell, chloroplast, stomata opening and closing. So anyone has any doubt regarding the diagram of the stomata opening and closing? See, even the guard cells also have the presence of, maybe some of you have the doubt in labeling over here. So you can see these in the guard cells. You will find such small green structures. They are the chloroplast. These bigger dark ones, they are the nucleus which are there. We have done all this. Nutrition in human beings, this is what we were doing. So first of all, how many pair of salivary glands do we have? Silasya, how many pairs of salivary glands do we have? Silasya, how many pairs of salivary glands do we have?
Sir, will you repeat the question?
How many pairs of salivary glands do we have? And all of you, all of you turn on your cameras. See, you have not one, you have three pairs of salivary glands. Okay. There are three pairs of salivary glands and they are named as sublingual, submandibular, and subglandular. There are three pairs of salivary glands: parietal, sublingual, and mandibular. Okay. So you have three pairs of salivary glands. You can see here in the diagram, two have been marked over here, one on top and one at the bottom. Okay. So you have three pairs of salivary glands. Got it? Now, in the last class, we had seen what occurs at different stages, how the food passes through different stages. Okay. So at which stage, which component of the food is digested? So in the duodenum, what about the food? In the duodenum, is the food acidic or basic?
Sir, acidic.
In the duodenum, the duodenum is the portion of the alimentary canal after the stomach.
Sir, basically.
Hmm?
Basics.
Okay, that is basic because of the presence of uh, secretions of the liver. Now today,
Sir,
Vedika, yes, yes,
suggest duodenum function.
duodenum. It's not the function of duodenum. I was just asking you that in the duodenum, what is the nature of the food, that whether it is acidic or basic.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so how is it? Is it acidic or basic?
Basic, sir.
Okay, it is basic. In the duodenum, the food is basic. Okay, so now you will tell me at least 5 functions of a liver. So I will ask one by one. You can keep one for you and just, so if the other person tells your point, you have to think the next one. Okay, so think of at least 1 to 2 points about the functions of liver. So I just want to gather here around 5 points about the functions of liver. I start with Manan. So Manan, what are the functions of liver?
So production of bile,
What?
juice, sir.
Okay, production of bile juice. Very good. Then next, Vedika,
Sir, protein synthesizes.
protein synthesis.
Synthesizes.
It's protein synthesis done by liver.
Yes.
No, I don't think the proteins are synthesized by liver.
Sir,
I,
it helps in digestion.
how does it help in digestion?
Sir, because of bile juice.
Okay,
Sir, it
so
stores iron.
it stores iron. Okay. Okay, fine. So we got 2 points. Liver stores iron and liver secretes bile juice, because of which it helps in the digestion of fats. Okay. And K. Subhacharvik,
Yes.
can you explain? Can you give any function of liver? K. Subhacharvik.
It
Are you there?
clears our blood,
It clears our blood. No.
and food will not enter to the liver.
No. You have to give me 5 functions of liver. So think of the points. I want crisp 5 points. Clear cut 5 points. So up to now I have got just 2 points. Liver stores iron and liver secretes bile juice. Okay. Okay. Asnita, can you tell the any point?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell any point?
No, sir.
Okay. So see, then how we will
It
get the function?
stores,
Hmm?
like mm, it
It
help in the
stores.
digestion and
Hmm?
Sir, the breaking of larger globules into smaller globules.
Breaking of large fat globules into smaller ones with the help of bile juice.
Emulsification.
stores vitamins and minerals.
It stores. See, livers. First of all, liver secretes bile juice. That is one of the functions. And the second thing, the liver, it helps in the process of glucogenesis and glycogenesis. So, what were the processes of glucogenesis and glycogenesis? Srilasya, what were the process of glucogenesis and glycogenesis?
I don't know, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I don't think we have it.
Okay. See, liver helps. I'm giving out you points. The first point is that it secretes bile juice. So liver secretes bile juice and helps in the digestion of fats. The second point I told you, it helps in glucogenesis. Glucogenesis It helps in glucogenesis and glycogenesis. Then third one, it destroys old RBCs. So the liver, it destroys the old RBCs, extracts the iron from it, and reutilizes it for the formation of the new RBCs. Okay. So it destroys your old RBCs.
Sir, bile juice makes the food alkaline.
Yeah, it makes the food alkaline. It makes food alkaline. Very good.
Bile salts help in the emulsification of fats.
Okay, that can be included over it, secret bile juice. Okay. So it makes food alkaline, or also this can point be considered over here only. The next one you can say it controls metabolic activities. So it controls nearly about 500 metabolic activities. Then it also performs the function of production of cholesterol. So production of cholesterol. Then breakdown of alcohol and medicine. Alcohol and medicines. So you have got here 7 points. You can remember any of the 5 points. I hope you have made a note of all the 7 points.
Sir, what about
So,
that bilirubin and that bilirubin that
bilirubin, yeah, it also secretes bilirubin. So there are many functions of liver, but at least you should be aware, or you should be able to write 5 crystal points, or 5 solid points should be there. Okay, so shall we move next?
Yes, sir.
And here you have all the list of enzymes and everything, what happens in the different parts of the body. Okay. So I think that all of you know this, therefore I'm not going through it. Okay. Is there any, yeah, before that, you should be able to remember a question which comes many times from this topic, mainly comes from villi. What is villi and what is their role? So, Silas, Amatullah, can you tell me what is villi and what are its role? What is its role? This is the question which you,
Villi are small finger-like structures in the small intestines that
hmm,
help in passing the food, passing the glue
no,
mass,
they do not pack the food. They do not pack
pass,
the
pass, pass, move, help in moving the
They help in the
globule.
absorption of food. They help in
Uh, uh,
absorption of nutrients from the food into the bloodstream. Okay, so they absorb the nutrients from the food into the bloodstream. And why they are like that? To increase the surface area. They are folded into the form to form villi to increase the surface area for absorption. So respiration. What is respiration? It is the process by which food is utilized in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. Okay, so you can say it's not necessary to include here oxygen, as you have two types of respiration, that is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So see what you have to remember in this topic. In the respiration process, it includes two factors. It includes uh, mechanical breathing as well as the cellular respiration. And the cellular respiration can be divided into two types, either the aerobic respiration or the anaerobic respiration. Okay. Now see, here you see such a long list and of things which are given. If you look up your NCERT, you are given a short thing that in the initially you have your glucose. First, your glucose is broken down to pyruvates. And what do we call this process? Can anyone name this process? Conversion of glucose to pyruvate.
Glycolysis.
Glycolysis. So this process of glycolysis, it is performed in the cytoplasm. What is the site of glycolysis?
Glycolysis is
Hmm?
breaking down of six carbon compound into three carbon compound.
Yeah, and where it is performed? Inside the cell, where this is performed? What is the
It
site
is,
of it?
it is performed in the cytoplasm.
Yeah, it is performed in the cytoplasm. So the glycolysis process, it is performed in the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm, in the cytoplasm of the cell, the glucose is converted to pyruvate. The 6-carbon glucose is converted to 3-carbon pyruvates. Okay. Now, after the glycolysis process, the pyruvates are formed, and after the pyruvates, you have the formation of. Now, it depends on which type of cell it is and what type of respiration will be performed. As after the pyruvates, the next step will be performed in the mitochondria. So, if the cell has the presence of mitochondria, okay, so then it will perform aerobic respiration. Here it will be aerobic respiration in presence of oxygen, which will give you final product as carbon dioxide and water. And if this respiration is performed as anaerobic, so in the absence of oxygen. See, there are two words which are confusing: absence of oxygen. So in the absence, you will have ethanol and carbon dioxide and energy. So you will have ethanol plus carbon dioxide will be produced in the absence of what? Absence of oxygen. Now there is one more thing, that is lack of oxygen. See, these two are different things. Lack of oxygen and absence of oxygen. Okay. So what does lack of oxygen mean and what does absence of oxygen mean? So absence of oxygen means the cell performs its respiration only in the absence of oxygen. Only in the absence of oxygen means even if there is oxygen, so still it will not utilize that oxygen. It does not have the capacity to utilize the oxygen. So that is the absence of oxygen, anaerobic respiration, whereas lack of oxygen means that the cell is capable of performing aerobic respiration, but there is no oxygen available. Okay. So such an aerobic respiration, it is performed. The aerobic respiration, it occurs in the case of uh, aerobic
Oh, after the
respiration.
class, can you send this PDF?
Yeah. Okay, I'll send this PDF. Almost everything is there, so I'll be sending this. Okay, no issues. But it's better always to have some crisp things over here. Uh, Understood this complete respiration?
Yes, sir.
So this is what you have in a summary about the respiration. So glucose gets converted to pyruvate, and on the basis of the presence of oxygen in mitochondria, aerobic will occur. And here it is the presence of lactic acid. Here you can expect a question uh, from the second one, that is in the muscle cells. Okay, so you can expect a thinking based question that why do athletes develop cramps? Okay, or why do people develop cramps if they perform vigorous exercises? So why do they develop cramps?
Due to the
Sir,
formation of lactic acid.
Due to the formation of lactic acids, which stops the formation, which stops the muscle movements.
sir, when they run, there is less oxygen, and due to that, lactic acid is produced,
Yeah,
giving cramp.
the requirement of oxygen is not fulfilled, so therefore the lactic acid is produced, and hence, so after some time, if you wash it with warm water, so what will happen by washing your legs with warm water? Okay, Subha Charvik, just 1 minute,
Sir,
1 minute. Hello,
Sir, I
hello. Uh, बोलो. So see, yeah, what will happen if you wash it with warm water? Okay, Subha Charvik, what will happen if you wash your legs with warm water? Suppose if you have
just
developed, yeah.
uh,
See, these are some of the
we
things.
just lose the bacteria.
Yeah, what it will do?
We can kill bacteria.
No. Shravani, can you
sir,
tell? Yeah.
yes, sir. I think it increases the blood circulation
So
because,
what will happen if the blood circulation is increased?
sir, when blood circulation increases, there'll be more nutrients will be able to, flow in that little more.
So why do you want nutrients over
Seconds.
there? Why do you want nutrients?
Yes, there is more nutrients so that the cells can regenerate and
No, no,
basically
no,
heal. Yes, sir.
no. Your first part is correct, that it will increase the blood circulation. By the increase of the blood circulation, amount of oxygen supply to the cells will increase. Okay. When the supply of oxygen will increase, so the conversion of lactic acid to carbon dioxide and water, it will start again. Okay. So whatever respiration has been stopped at the stage of lactic acid, it will convert further to carbon dioxide and water. Okay. So hence slowly the lactic acid which is formed over there, it will be converted to carbon dioxide and water, and hence it will be removed from there, relieving the person from cramps. Got it? So everyone got the correct answer?
Yes, sir.
So, okay, another thing. Why do you think that in the manufacture of ethanol, generally carbohydrates are used? Why ethanol is manufactured from carbohydrates?
Sir, can you repeat before answer?
Why ethanol is manufactured from carbohydrates?
Not this one, sir, before the warm water.
Okay, so you want that answer?
Yeah.
So I'm writing also here and speaking also. So you can write down you by washing with warm water, blood circulation increases. By washing with warm water, blood circulation increases in the area where lactic acid is formed. So increased blood circulation supplies oxygen supply oxygen to convert lactic acid to carbon dioxide and water. CO2 and H2O. So slowly, when all the lactic acid will be converted, then the person will get relief from cramps. Now the second answer I am expecting from anyone. Can anyone answer? Srilasi, are you there? Let's see who all are there then. Hasnita. Hasnita?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you answer why it happens that why carbohydrates are used for the manufacture of ethanol?
Not sure, sir.
Not sure.
Maybe
Okay.
because of their composition.
Okay, Amatullah, why do you think that carbohydrates are used in the manufacture of ethanol? Amatullah Ibrahim,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Why do you think that carbohydrates are used in the manufacture of ethanol? I hope you know that the ethanol is manufactured either in the sugar industry or from the grapes or other sweet substance. So why over there we have the use of uh, carbohydrates?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. No answers? Manan? Vedika? No answers for this?
I don't know.
Okay, see. Carbohydrates contain glucose. Carbohydrates
Sir,
mean glucose. Okay. So glucose can be converted to ethanol by the yeast cells. Okay. So in yeast perform anaerobic respiration. So therefore, for that, the yeast need food, and that food is provided as glucose or carbohydrate. Okay. So if yeast is fed on the carbohydrates, you will have the formation of ethanol. So that is the reason why we use the carbohydrates for the production of ethanol. Mehak, can you answer it again? Mehak, can you repeat the answer?
That can you say it again?
Okay. See, yeast perform anaerobic respiration and convert glucose to ethanol. Right? You can see here. Glucose getting converted to pyruvate and energy. And then after this, by the anaerobic respiration in the yeast cell, you have the formation of ethanol. Okay, so this is the only way how the ethanol is produced. As you know, ethanol is it is a constituent of alcohol. Whatever alcohols are there, they are called as ethanol. They contain ethanol. Right? So alcohols contain ethanol. So what happens in the yeast cells? In yeast cells, uh, if yeast cells are fed with glucose or carbohydrates, as you know that carbohydrates they contain glucose. Carbohydrate means carbohydrates are made up of glucose molecules only. Okay. So therefore, yeast performs digestion of the glucose, that is respiration on the glucose, and converts it to ethanol and carbon dioxide. So the answer is very much simple. So these were the questions how they can be framed from this topic. Now see the respiration in human beings. Here I had explained you. I hope I have explained you that how does respiration occurs. So that is the basic process of breathing. So anyone, Shravani, can you explain me the process of breathing? How does breathing occur in human beings?
Sir, first, we go through inhalation and then there is a gaseous exchange and exhalation.
Yeah. So
When
how
we
does
inhale,
yeah.
yes, sir. When we inhale, our ribs move up, but then the diaphragm it flattens, and there is an increase in the chest cavity because of the expansion of chest cavity. This creates a low pressure inside, and the air enters into the lungs.
Okay, very
And
good
also it
answer.
fills the alveoli.
Okay, very good answer. I hope you can write it in a systematic way. So that's
Yes.
a very good and correct answer.
Sir.
Okay. So is there anyone who can speak once more? Manan? Manan,
Yes, sir.
can you tell the answer again?
Sir, first chest cavity increases and the diaphragm levels up,
See, understand this,
flattens.
under all this. No. See, understand the movement of the diaphragm muscles. See, the diaphragm muscles, there are two positions of the diaphragm muscles. When the diaphragm muscles are up, okay, that is the relaxed position. So this is the relaxed position of the diaphragm. And when the diaphragm muscles move down like this, so that is the contracted position of diaphragm. So this we call as the contracted diaphragm. Why we call as the contracted? As you can see in the relaxed position, the diaphragm occupies a more area. Okay. So therefore the diaphragm muscles contract, move down. So when the diaphragm muscles will contract, they will move down. Okay. Hence, the pressure on the chest cavity or pressure on the lungs will be decreased. So therefore, because of the difference of pressure from outside and inside, since outside the pressure is high and inside the lungs the pressure is low, so therefore air from the outside will move inside. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you see here, this diagram actually explains you how the respiration occurs in the complete respiration, including the gaseous exchange. So if you see here, you can also see how does the gaseous exchange occur within the alveoli. So what are alveoli?
Alveoli are small balloon-like structures.
Yeah, they are small bag-like structures. They contain air. So here in this diagram, you can see the alveoli, they are richly supplied with the blood vessels. Okay. And the blood vessels or the blood capillaries over there, they are richly supplied with the blood capillaries. So whenever air enters in the alveoli, so from that oxygen dissolves through the blood capillaries, and carbon dioxide from the blood capillaries, it moves into the alveoli. Okay. A very good diagram over here also explains that how this is the blood which is coming to the alveoli. The blue colored one, that is the blood coming to the alveoli. So that is a deoxygenated blood which is coming to the alveoli. So after this, the deoxygenated blood, it is absorbed by the alveoli. No, not the absorb. In the alveoli, exchange of gases takes place and it gets oxygenated. So oxygenated blood is collected and moved through the pulmonary vein. Okay, see the next one. Uh, See, there was a question asked from this assertion and reason question was asked from this topic about 2 years before. Okay, let me not last year, it was last to last year. So that was the question, that what happens during the inhalation. So the statement was that during inhalation, the diaphragm muscles contract and the chest cavity expands. Okay, so that is what you have to remember. What happens during inhalation? So just remember, when you take in air, your chest cavity is expanding like this, and your diaphragm muscles are moving downward. Okay, so think and answer. Read each statement carefully.
Yes, sir.
Now see that in the transportation of in human beings, what is blood? So blood consists of okay, here I want to give you just some more things. Can you give here the functions of blood? List out the functions of blood.
Bloods contain platelets which help in clot. Oh, sorry. I got it.
Sir, it transports oxygen and nutrition.
Okay, transports oxygen and nutrition, right? Okay, and give me five functions of the blood vessels. Give the five functions of the blood vessels of the blood.
The blood contains a fluid medium called plasma.
Okay, blood contains a medium called plasma. Just give me the functions quickly. I want 1 point from everyone, starting with Amatur Rahman. So Amatur Rahman, can you give me some functions of blood?
It contains white blood cells which fight off against bacteria and viral infections in our body.
Yeah. And
It also contains RBCs which contain the red pigment called hemoglobin, and it's called a respiratory pigment.
okay. So that's enough. I think I have got around 5 points. All these you know about what are arteries, veins, and capillaries. I think we need not discuss about that. And before the exam, just prepare this diagram once. Prepare the diagram of the human heart. Okay. So is there anyone who is not able to draw the diagram of human heart or finds any difficulty in drawing the diagram? Yes. Is there anyone who finds any difficulty in drawing the diagram of human heart?
I do, sir.
Okay. So see, to draw the human heart, a basic structure is to be followed, and if you take that basic structure, you'll be able to draw the diagram very quickly. So how it happens, see. Okay. So just see here how to draw the diagram of the human heart. And if you don't know, you should be able to drawing it very quickly within 2 minutes. Your diagram should be ready within 2 minutes. So I hope this structure of a human, this structure of heart, at least you have drawn at least once or twice. In your life, you
Yes,
must
sir.
have this structure.
Oh.
Have you drawn a heart like this? Every time you people create heart like this, right? This is
Yes,
what you
sir.
draw. So you have
No,
drawn.
no.
So you have drawn the diagram of heart. Do you see anything like that over there? No? So I will show you that. Where that structure comes from the heart. You draw it like this. Okay. Then it has to be something like this. Okay. So see, now the next part is your from here you draw your aorta. Aorta comes from here, crosses this. Okay. So this is where your aorta goes. You can use small eraser here. Okay. See. So now you will have your just these are your vena cava. Now see. Now is it complete your heart?
Yes, sir.
So in this way you have drawn your complete heart and you can just label them. So as you can see, this is your left aorta, left ventricles, right atrium. You can see right ventricles. You have the septum in between. This is your pulmonary vein, so pulmonary artery, and this one is your aorta. You have this one as aorta. Okay. This is your inferior vena cava. You have superior vena cava. You have this one as pulmonary vein. So everything is there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So try to do a better one. Use your pencil. I have drawn over here. So it may not look, if you practice it just once or twice, I hope you will be able to get that. Okay.
Nana.
Yes. So see here now, next one. Double circulation. A question may be asked from the double circulation, how the double circulation is performed. So in the double circulation, if you do not know how to draw the diagram for this double circulation. Okay. However, the diagram is easy. It looks tough, but it's quite easy. Okay. The same diagram can be explained with a block structure also. However, if you draw this diagram, it will be very good. You should practice to draw this diagram to gain the maximum marks. If you are asked a question of double circulation, you should draw. Okay, see, also for the bio and chemistry, do remember for your exams, in chemistry, if any question is asked, where you can write the chemical equation for it, so you must write a chemical equation. Even if it's not asked in the question, you write the chemical equation. Okay. For physics, if there is any formula relating to the question, even if it is not asked, you are supposed to write it. It's unsaid rule that you have to write that formula. And similarly for bio, if there is any diagram relating to the topic, even if it is not asked, you have to draw the diagram. Okay. So this is for the double circulation. The double circulation diagram is quite clear, but you can also explain the same thing using a block structure. So in the next class, if anyone finds difficulty in drawing this diagram, so the person can just ask me to give the block structure. Okay. The block structure explains the same thing with a very little diagrammatic portion. See, all of you are not good at diagrams. Okay. So maybe I give you a block structure which you can use. See, the block structure will represent, first of all, you need here 4 boxes which will represent the 4 chambers of the heart. Okay. So you can represent here 4 chambers of the heart. Right. Then so this will be your vena cava, collecting blood from the blood body tissues. You will have your body tissues. Then see, this is a block diagram. With the block diagram, if your drawing is not good, you can explain. But if your diagram is good, so you must draw the diagram. If you are able to draw, you must draw the diagram.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
In physics, if they ask
Hmm.
about rainbow, are we supposed to
Yeah.
even, like rainbow formation, are we supposed to even draw the diagram for that?
Yeah, you are supposed, if you are asked about the rainbow, do not draw the rainbow, but at least write the colors of the rainbow in the sequence. Okay. You draw something, draw the 7 colors, draw the 7 lines, okay, and write how the colors are located. Do you have violet at the top or at the bottom? Where do you have? You have something like this with your violet at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how you will be, you will just draw this and show that how
Okay,
the
sir.
structure of rainbow looks.
Okay, sir.
So I hope you can see the, now you know how can we draw the block diagram. See, here you will show the lungs. Then after this, the blood will move out from the lungs. It will enter the right atrium. And again, it will pass like that. So the same thing can be explained using the block diagram. If your diagram is not good, you can use the block diagram like this. So see. Now here you can make, these are your body tissues. Write everything. This is your body tissue. So these are body tissues. These are lungs. And here you have the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, and left ventricle. Also, make these openings between them so that your diagram looks. And now explain the flow of blood with the help of the arrows. The last part, explain the flow of the blood using the arrows like this. So here you can show the formation of blood moving like this. So from the right atrium to left and right atrium, right ventricle, then like this, going to lungs, and from the lungs it comes as an Oxygenated blood. So moves like this, passes to left atrium, left ventricle, pumped, again reaches the body tissue. So this is the way you can represent the diagram. Also, you will write down the names. So here it is called as the pulmonary circulation. This is your pulmonary circulation. And here you find this as systemic circulation. So we call it double circulation as the blood is pumped twice through the heart before completing one cycle. So before the blood completes one cycle, it is pumped twice through the heart. Okay. So the same diagram, it can be explained with the help of block structure also. Okay. But if you are good in drawing, you should be drawing the diagram. Okay. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
So this is the diagram for double circulation, not for heart. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So working of the heart, yeah, lymph. So there you people had a number of doubts regarding lymph. However, I have given you something about the lymph. I clarified it, but still here you have everything in notes. So I'll be sending this. You can look up what is lymph. So lymph is a colorless fluid present in intercellular spaces, or we also call it as an extracellular fluid which seeps out of the blood capillaries. It is formed from the plasma which escapes from the capillaries. The same thing I also discussed with you. So lymph drains into lymphatic capillaries which form lymph vessels and join into large veins. So lymph vessels, they finally join into large veins. Okay. The last second point gives you the functions of the lymph. It transports digested fats and drains excess fluids from the intercellular spaces back into the blood. It contains lymphocytes which kills germs and protects the body. So I think when I send you the PDF from the presentation, take out these points and make a note of this lymph. Okay, you should have this much of idea about the lymph. What is lymph and its functions?
Sir, is lymph and tissue fluid the same?
Lymph and
Tissue fluid.
yeah, lymph and tissue fluid, they are the same. Okay. So bye everyone. We'll discuss after this in the next class. Next class will be your hearts of mammals and birds. We'll discuss in the next class. Okay. However, I'll send it to you. You can go through it. Bye everyone. Good
Yes,
night
sir.
and
Thank you,
see you
sir.
all. Okay.